Okay, so today's New York session was pretty simple. It's pretty textbook. Didn't need too much of anything. It was a great entry. Today was a perfect day for me. A one and done, and it was great. So we're looking at today. US30 9:30 is when I get in. So I get in at 9:30. And as you can see, 9:30 today just took off into a buy all the way to the upside. All the way to the upside, right? So today was simple market structure. I come into the markets at 9, so I'm on at 9. Price is up here. I can see that price has already broken these set of resistances down here and are making rejections to the upside, right? It broke this form of resistance here as well, continuing to the upside. Also, it's already making a staircase, a beautiful staircase to the upside. So we're already getting an uptrend as well on top of that. So when I come in until the markets, right, it's at 9 o'clock, we're about right here. So I'm seeing all this and I'm like, okay, we've broken all these and all this is turning into staircases, right? All this resistance down here is turning into staircases to the upside. And I have a solid uptrend going to the upside. So I'm saying, okay, cool. This is the highest current resistance as of right now, 9 o'clock. This is the highest current resistance. So I'm expecting price to push up and out of this zone here to the upside, which is exactly where I put it here. I kind of gave it a little bit more like this just because I seen what price was doing, and I was very patient. I wasn't really looking for sells. I don't really see any sell zones. Maybe down here. There are some sell zones down here. If price falls through here, then maybe I can start try to take some sells here to the downside for 50 pips, right? But yeah, with the recent lows being like down here, it's unlikely that price is really gonna fall to the downside. And plus, there's just such a strong, solid trend to the upside. There's not too much that we can really get out of sells today. At least for New York session, I'm just expecting buys. This all I'm really looking for is buys, right? If price starts to fall to the seller side, maybe I can look to get in for like 25 pips or so. But I don't think I would be taking like a trade. I wouldn't feel, because there's too much. This is too wide of a zone to take sells inside of the zone here or below this strong resistance here, because this white line is the strongest resistance, right? So we break this resistance where it tapped to the downside. Okay, we might be able to get into a sell, but for how many pips? This is the point. It's like sells aren't strong today. They're just not. Okay, maybe I could get 50 pips with this one tap down here. Fine. We could have probably got some pippage down here, but it just wouldn't be like a full. Buys are stronger. 9:30, price breaks out to the upside. 9:29 at exactly 9:30, the candle shoots up and then comes back on the second candle and wicks the entry, which is exactly what I'm looking for. As soon as it did that, I took the buy. Probably got in maybe like about down here or so, and then price just went all the way up. That's essentially it for the day. Today was a pretty easy day. One thing that you don't want to do is you want to be careful like getting in too early, because sometimes what people will do is they'll be like, oh, at like 9:29, price will come down and like wick here. You're like, oh, it's about to drop into a sell. Let me go ahead and get an entry on a sell. And then price comes all the way back up and reverses on you, right? So you want to avoid that. Like you want to wait for 9:30. So the meaning is like after 9:30, like 9:30 and 1 second, you're allowed to trade. So after 9:30, anytime after 9:30, right, you're allowed to trade. So because this happens so many times at like 9:25 or at 9:28 or 9:27, price will like fall below here and act like it's about to go into a sell, and all the impatient traders who get in early, they'll be like, oh, it's going into a sell. Let me go ahead and just hop in early because I'm impatient, and then price reverses on them, and then they get bodied in the market, and they have to try and take a re-entry, and then they get bodied again in the market because now they're emotional and they're not taking irrational trades. So just be patient. Let market come to you. You already know, okay, cool. Price wicked here, meaning that if price breaks down to this downside, then you have potentials for sells. Okay, boom. Like watch what market does. You don't have to react based on the price. That's like when market's fluctuating like this, you have to like calm down and understand that you have more time than you think you do, right? Once you're experienced in the markets and you're practicing, you're getting better at reading price action, then you'll be able to identify like, okay, price wicked here. That doesn't mean it's gonna immediately drop. You have to wait. Like price will wick here, close, candles will continue to fall, break through, wick here again, close above, wick here again, and then it'll start to close underneath this same line wherever price range is tapping. And then you can say, okay, this is a solid entry, maybe to the downside. I could probably catch at 25 pips. I don't know why price would be falling. Obviously, this isn't a good example because I feel like the only thing that buys were like the only thing that could really happen today, realistically. Unless there's like news, CPI, or whatever, the only thing that could have really happened today was a buy. Truthfully, I'll be honest with you. And this is the type of stuff that's like, the difference between somebody like guessing the market and somebody just understanding like price action and the way that the like market is literally giving you the entry. Right? It's giving you the price ranges that it peaked at, broke through here, okay, so it started here, right? So came up. These were all the resistance. Okay, resistance, broke through, right? Now it's being used as a support. About the same range, the zone range is being used as support now. Right, all this is being used as support. As it's coming up, boom, this whole range is being used as support. Then it comes through and breaks this range as well. Boom, comes up. This is the most recent high. So now this is the most recent high. At the same time, it's making an uptrend. In between all these zones, the structure of the market is making an uptrend. Right? So it breaks through again, boom, and it's coming back up and wants to kind of tap the same thing, continuing to make an uptrend. It's not perfect. You might have like it's not perfect. You might have like a little mini downtrend going here happening, but this doesn't really matter. The shift of the market is still in a very good bullish market at the moment, right? So all I have to do is just wait for market to break through because I already know what price. I'm already expecting price to do this. I already know like this stuff is already marked up at 906 for me, right? So I get on the charts at 9, it's marked up at 906. This is done, and I know like, okay, if price comes up here, is how likely are there for sells, like strong sells? This is only 30 pips. US30 is giving more than 30 pips, right? And then you have another resistance down here that you have to break just to get your 50 pips. Like sells are really weak, like sells are really weak. When you can just go for a buy, that market's already giving you the buy, right? 1,600 pips for the day, and you can super easily just say, okay, there's an uptrend right now. You can look at the market and see that. You can look at the market and see there's an uptrend. Boom. And then you can see the price points. Let's say, for example, this isn't here. I don't have the replay version on this account, this TradingView account. But, you know, let's say, for example, none of the markets here. We can only see 9 o'clock, right? Get in on 9 o'clock, right? We already know that even right here, I can already see that price is shifting up and it's breaking resistances. I can see that this right here, this information is available to me at 9 o'clock. So I can see that price, there's resistance here, price broke through, boom, is now using this as support, right? It's still dipping down a little bit, but we're still primarily shifting still up in a buy, right? Now I can see price push through again, broke through, and this tap this as a high. So I can place this as my new high, the next high that is about to get ready to break through again. And now it's coming down. You know, I'm in at 9 o'clock, right? So this is all I can see, right? So immediately I'm thinking that, okay, cool, boom. I have even more of an uptrend, right? So I'm getting ready for price to continue to come back down here and push back through at 9:30, right? I come back, check the charts at about 9:25. So price is doing exactly what I wanted to do. It looks like it wants to break through, tap around here. This zone here doesn't really matter too much. I gave this as the high, but you still get about this zone here that it wants to give for a entry points. You can get it anywhere here, right? You won't get that much drawdown, but we're just waiting for a break. Okay, maybe price can break to the downside, but this wouldn't make any sense. Sells here, again, wouldn't make sense. So boom, we get our buy price at 9:30, literally at 9:30. This is the most textbook day we can get. Okay, so literally at the 9:30 candle, price pushes through, breaks that price zone, comes back down from the next candle, wicks it. Right, we maybe get about 9 pips of drawdown, which is nothing on US30. 9 pips of drawdown. And then it immediately goes up into a 1600 pip. You get 168 pips of profit for 9 pips of risk.